You're delusional about the state that you're at, and then you're delusional about what it is that you're going to attract.
And you don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when you don't bring nothing to the table. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when all you do is sleep and do your makeup and shower 4 times a week. You don't get to pick a bill when your ass don't go to the gym. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when you aren't top notch. And to be top notch is not birth given looks, it's applied effort. To be top notch means you get your ass up and you work and you get your own bag first. To tell a man to pick a bill is like, hey, I got this shit under control over here. Everything on my end is good. So if you want to come eat where it's good, if you want to come be where it's good, you got to pick a bill. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill if you're a broke woman. If you're a lazy woman, if your mentality is trash, you can't hold a conversation because you don't read books. I'm going to say it in every video. You ain't ever read a book. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when your wallet is flat. You need to pick a bill yourself first. Pick a bill is for women who got their shit together and they don't want no man wasting their time. Me. Don't come over here thinking that you can come enjoy the fruits of my labor and not pick a bill. Pick a bill is for the bill payers who do not want somebody to come leech. Not for the broke women who don't have nothing but a peach.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just get right into this. First of all, what I want to say is that I don't necessarily, I'm going to start with this part first. I don't necessarily with her saying, that's for me and y'all can't do this. And the reason why is because that's still, to be determined. That's still, even for somebody who's like her, who she feels like has, crossed every T and dotted every I, like that still needs to be determined by the man who would be paying said bills. So there's a possibility that even her herself would not qualify to have all bills paid. Now, I'm not saying based off of her looks. I'm just saying based off of experiencing her, right? So, and I'm agreeing with her point, right? But I'm just saying that because I think that sometimes people will take it like, oh, she's only saying that because of how she look and, she thinks she better than and she thinks she this. And it's like, well, that might be a possibility. But also, even for her, it's not a sure thing. However, okay, we need to get into the truth about the matter that a lot of women are not willing to put the effort in to be the best version of themselves and then are turning around and expecting a man to meet them, at the highest level where they're not even at yet. And it's like, no shade, no disrespect, but like, sis, you're not even there yet yourself. How can you be expecting the type of, gift giving and the type of behavior that a woman that would have had to put so much work and effort to become or achieve, this level of attractiveness, respect, self-worth, like how are you expecting to just come in and be on the receiving end of all of these things? I love what she said about going to the gym. And the reason why is because sometimes you have women, right, who might be a little bit of overweight or might be chunky, and they'll have like a homegirl or whatever who kind of looks good, who's kind of pretty much in shape, keeps herself pretty small, petite or whatever, or keeps herself toned, occupied or whatever. And they'll be looking at her like, oh, she thinks she all of that because, she this and I don't know. I don't have time to be waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. Like, that's just not me. I'd rather sleep in. Or, I'm not going to be eating like I'm a bird. Like, I'd rather really eat because I need real food. Like, you have women that make these slick comments, but at the same time, like, whenever they go to the store or whenever they're trying to buy clothes for themselves, they feel insecure. Right? Whenever their man is scrolling on in social media, they're immediately, on 10 because they're like, who are you looking at? What are you looking at? What is it that you're trying to see? What's going on with you? What are you doing? And because that insecurity is fighting with them. Why is it fighting with them? Because they know for a fact that they are not the best version of themselves. Okay. And I know, again, I'm saying this for the sake of the comment section. I know there's girls who are bigger, who are confident. And, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm talking about the women who are leading with their insecurities. Okay, you walking in the store, minding your own business as a woman, and you know she see you coming towards her in the aisle with her man, and she grab onto him trying to prove that that's her man. Like, sis, can you excuse me? Like, I'm trying to get to the quinoa. You're in the way. Like, move. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we have to be honest. And I think women need to understand where they are. Right? There's always room to grow. You shouldn't even be offended by these kind of conversations, because you should know that there's always room to grow, improve, and learn more things. There's no one in the world who knows every single thing. That's the beauty of everything. Like, you can always grow and elevate if you're willing to hear and learn and listen without being, defensive or wanting to argue through every situation. Like, you can learn and know and grow, and that's okay too. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But men inherently know their level. Like, a man will be like, I might not be the finest man in the room, but I'm going to smell the best. I'm going to dress the best. I might not be the tallest man, but, I'm going to make sure I do this. Like, men are always aware, and women always stay in this space of, like, delusion. And it's not helping anyone. It's not helping you. It's not helping your situation. It's not going to help your relationship. For sure, it's not going to help your relationship. And even worse, when you're delusional about the state that you're at, and then you're delusional about what it is that you're going to attract. Like, how are you going to win? How are you going to ever find happiness? Because you're not in reality. A lot of women have a problem with having a delusional mindset. And it's not disrespect, it's just honesty. Like, a lot of women really, like, live in the clouds. Like, they be thinking, like, oh, yeah, I look better than, her. They be like, I know I look better than her. And she's saying that she deserves all that. She not even all of that. Girl, and is. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't have to lie about somebody else's beauty because of your own insecurity. And it's something that a lot of women do. But to get better results, you have to be able to elevate yourself and actually look yourself in the mirror and see what it really is. I'm not saying you're supposed to, not love yourself. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to, walk around down in the dumps because you're not where you want to be. But loving yourself is taking care of yourself. That's the biggest part of loving yourself, right? That's the biggest part of respecting yourself, not going out there and, just eating or filling up yourself with anything that you can possibly get your hands on because it makes you feel good for a moment. But if we're honest, like, when it comes to depression, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to stress levels, like, food directly affects how you feel. A lot of the people that you see in the gym, they're not only in the gym because they want to look good, it's what it does to the brain. Like, they're on the treadmill running for their life, literally. Like, literally. So I think that we have to be able to be in a space that we can actually take note, right? And learn. Everybody is so egotistical these days, especially women. Like, it's so mind-boggling to me. They'd rather argue, they'd rather disagree, they'd rather not hear anything than to actually sit back and learn and be in that space of humility to realize that they can grow. And there's nothing wrong with learning. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.